Like this video and subscribe right now, or else. Other planets' moons, Titan Demos Phobos, Earth's moon. The incorrect numbers, AI companies, the numbers don't lie, idiot. 8-year-old me writing with my new pen that has a massive unicorn at the end. Me kinda hoping Toy Story 5 is bad just so they stop milking the franchise. They should have stopped after Toy Story 3. Cool hobby, you should monetize it, sell some stuff or create a YouTube channel and put some ads, don't just waste money. Yay. Hey everyone, take generative AI and use it for a search and whatever. Hey chat, make explicit photos of people without consent. Plagiarize from artists and spread misinformation. Spending time with girlfriend. Spending time with bro. Just get a tomboy as your girlfriend so that she basically is your bro. Finally chills the boss, I have been struggling for a long time. Co-workers. My bladder during an urine test. My bladder later. I can't believe he didn't cry during Titanic. Do men even have feelings? Me, triple bourbon straight, barista, so this is a Starbucks. Me, fine whatever, venti bourbon. Man, woman, white, black, poor, rich, Asian, people who defend EA. Pirating something that isn't sold or available anywhere legally isn't stealing, that's archaeology. So some people have romantic feelings for AI generated people. Me calling someone back and hoping they don't pick up so I can use it as evidence that I tried. Gets hired to be head writer for a Kamen Rider show. Films the first GX scene in the franchise history, leaves, comes back 20 years later, films the first Monster X scene in the franchise history. Bayonetta is just both, said Hideo Kojima, is a sentence I had to read and now you have to too. Insurance companies when they actually have to pay for someone's accident. The 4 horsemen of gaming soundtracks used in YouTube videos. Hollow Knight, Super Mario Odyssey, Pokémon Black, Pokémon White, Undertale. How people think companies will act after the AI bubble pops. I love Friends. Billions must smile. It's a beautiful day outside. Open the blinds, but I can't see my PC screen. Close the blinds, but vitamin D is good for the body. Open the blinds a little. Elon Musk. China will never be able to replicate our technology. China. I don't care if Finland wins. I just need USA to lose. My sister at home. My sister in public. Real. Toy Story 1, 2, 3. Mental disorders. Toy Story 4, 5. Do you like some gummy bears? What the F no? And what if I dissolve them in water and sell them in a cool can? Yo. Shifting from 4th to 5th gear in a 5-speed manual. Shifting from 5th to 6th gear in a 5-speed manual. Badly photoshopped funny picture. AI generated funny picture. Legal weed is cool and all, but I miss buying from dudes like this. Me looking at the game made me use my singular power up during the tutorial. No allegations, no peishi, no drama, no on women, just dogshi music. Gasp, oh no a black cat, gasp, oh no an ugly bee. Bright, you're light. Dating is scary, being single is boring. Talking stages are draining. What the F do I do? Mind of a man 24/7. Get rich. Get in shape. Find loyal one. Make family proud. Anyone who drives faster than me is a maniac. Anyone who drives slower than me has no idea what they're doing. Me. Flawless driver of the year obviously. A Florida man was arrested for attempting to baptize an alligator in a Waffle House using a pitcher of iced tea. So much for being the free state of Florida. Now we can't even baptize our gators in a Waffle House. In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Gatori. Gen Z, teen speak, millennials. What are these subtitles? She, pants. Society, if that minuscule difference between us and apes existed between us and our alternate selves. We have unlocked antimatter energy production. How does it work? Boiling water. Some will say he cheated, others will say he didn't, but deep down we all know that nobody will ever care about curling. The only B word I'll ever call my B is beautiful. Kids violence is never the answer. 6-7. Japan is kinda beautiful and there are better opportunities than my country. Place Japan. Shopping. What she sees. What he sees. Hey Mars, do you remember when you offered to look after my humans? Yeah, I think so. It will be soon then. A doctor's son becomes a doctor. Yeah, that makes sense. A chef's son becomes a chef. Yeah, I can see that. An actor's son becomes an actor. Nepotism. My girlfriend is turning 32 soon. I have told her not to get her hopes up. After all, I say we are only going to celebrate it for half a minute. When she asked what in the world I was talking about, I pointed out this is your 32nd birthday, Jeff. Remember when $1,000 used to be a lot of money? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Brokered are in the rain. Me with my cool cap minding my own business. Girls at my university. Get away rat, you carrier of disease. I also carry presents. Or, it's disease. God damn it. Are you stressed about mold? Or is the mold making you stressed? I went to Holy Cross High School. In 10th grade we got to vote on the new mascot's name. The Holy Cross dresses won overwhelmingly, but the administration refused to listen to the people. 15-year-old children. And now they are called the Crusaders. Democracy lies in darkness. Non-vegans when you give them a chicken delicacy. Vegans when you point a reffing loaded gun at them. Me facing my real life when YouTube goes down for a few minutes. When your friend is Canadian so you have to use metric time. When you gonna be home, 1.5 kiloseconds. So I guess this is my life now. When I get home after work and see that my wife and kids have already done my morning's cleaning, I'm tired, boss. How people remember Blockbuster. The same people when Blockbuster tried to sell them something after 2008. The FUR. What's up, Sisyphus? Jesus Christ, the same yesterday, today and forever. You won 25 million and your dad was arrested. They requested 24 million for his bailout. Will you bail him out? Nelson Mandela went to prison and became president. I'm not tampering with my dad's destiny. The 4 stages of a day off. 1. I will do so much stuff. 2. Later I'll do lots of stuff. 3. Eventually I'll do some stuff. 4. Oh no. Men. I make 6 figures. The 6 figures. $103,837. Does that not count? Women. I have with less than 10 guys. The 10 guys. 47. Why is it getting harder to breathe? Doctor. Allergies. Parents. Allergies. Google. Allergies. Bing. Again. When I get diagnosed with a terminal illness but my doctor assures me the Dow is doing great. The Labubu's of the 90s. If we arrest everyone in those files the entire system will collapse. If it lies, it lies. I love cheesy pizza. Me too. Looking for some motivation quotes. You are the problem. Ash Wednesday exists. Me, a Catholic kid who sweats a lot and wants to beat the other kids in who can keep theirs there the longest. Getting bossed up for a wedding. My tailor. Applied for a job and realized my cover letter was addressed to the last company I applied to. Man carries away fridge he bought for girlfriend after catching her cheating. You know how mad you gotta be to carry a MF refrigerator. When you sit down to play the game and everyone in your house needs you all of a sudden. Anything is possible with ice cream. No ice cream. I have declared war on Italy. I'm threatening to destroy Slovenia. Apology to Italy, the Pope, the Gacha life community. My plan to nuke the school toilet. Point of view. You're a newborn on a certain billionaire's island. Needing more only. Me just wanting to look at plants and bugs. 7-year-old me explaining harmful effects of I learned at school. Grandpa. Oh no. Anyway. 1950 to 2010. Place USA. 2010 to 2025. Place Japan. 2025 to present. Place China. What do you do for a living? I do my best. Puts myself out there. Puts myself back because what the F was I thinking? Me realizing we are 2 steps away from climate change triggering the next recession. If you put garlic on a frog it turns into a Bulbasaur. When you already checked your usual 5 apps and don't know what else to do with your day. What I like about hippos being the most dangerous animal in the world, they are vegetarian. Not even omnivores. They don't want to eat you. They just hate you. And I think that's a beautiful thing. Spending $1,500 on crystal. Spending $60 on food for my children. Pokemon card collectors when the factory accidentally makes a card tilted 30 degrees to the left. I don't do politics. Brother, politics is about to do us all. What I thought 2026 was going to be like as a kid. 2026 in reality. 22-year-old only model Sherry Vandersloot got a nose job so her children will inherit a new nose and not the ugly one she formerly had. I don't want my kids to grow up being made fun of like I was for my ugly nose. I want to pass down a more natural nose to them. Me writing to Santa that this year I want a new little brother. Santa, my mom. Huge news. Finally found my best friend from middle school on Facebook. We had both been looking for each other for over a decade. I told her I think about her every time I play any board game or drive by her church. She told me she uses my name as her password at work. A perfect reunion. Polish city launches pigeon contraception program to curb growing numbers. Winter Olympics athletes. Love when people try to hate on cats by saying, he would literally eat you if you lied. Like I'm led, why would I care? He's a hungry boy and he has a cute nose. Dig in, Mr. Mittens. That's a nice argument, Senator, but why don't you back it up with a source? My source is that I made it the F up. Girls after 6 months of friendship, 1,200 TikToks together, matching nails, matching outfits, 300 group selfies, secret handshakes and inside jokes. Bros after 15 years of friendship, 3 photos total. New Year's 2012, drunk blurry selfie. Mom forced us to take it at grandma's birthday. Winter Olympics, Milan, Turin. $29.99, minus 50%, $29.99, neuron activation. This streaming service will now have ads. This show isn't available on this streaming service. This show is only available for rent or purchase. This show requires an add-on subscription. This show is no longer available. Upgrade to premium to unlock multiple screens. Upgrade your plan to watch away from home. This show is not available in your country. Me watching my sibling get the shit kicked out of them by my parents for something I did. I wish all people who decided to take a short nap at 5 PM a very pleasant 3 AM. This is what I mean when I say don't make me get out of character. Art teachers on their way to gaslight people into thinking yellow is a primary color and not green. God, give me a chance to show you that money won't change me. Me every time I buy furniture that includes a hex wrench for assembly. After all, why not? Why shouldn't I keep it? The Dow is over $50,000. Norway's former prime minister imprisoned due to EPS links. A visual representation of what happened when YouTube went down yesterday. I'm a dentist and I graduated with 68 others. I have met even more in 13 years practicing as a dentist. None of us have been asked shit about our opinions on toothpastes. Daylight saving time is increasingly hard to notice when my digital devices are like, what? Nothing happened. We know what time it is, and my stove is left blinking and screaming. It happened. Time shifted unnaturally. They're all lying. Only I know. Only I remember. Therapist. All dreams have a meaning. My dreams. I feel like I'm in season 5 of my life and the writers are just making ridiculous shit happen to keep it interesting. Me finally getting around to setting the time on the microwave. Another power outage. Why don't we have a lot of holidays? Me, but 3-week and 2-week holidays exist, so what do you mean lol? How to accept your failures. Remember, one day the sun will explode and no one will even be alive to remember you. You talking mad shit for someone in crusading distance. When she asks for something long and impressive, so you whip out Lord of the Rings. Wesley Tierney's wife Laura is desperate for him to sell his vintage bus collection. My wife wants to sell my collection of 23 buses. All your buses belong to us. Big fake bobbies. This is brilliant. Natural bobbies. Even if they're smaller, but I like this. The greatest casting ever is sitting right in front of us. Pulsh. Meta's new AI patent sparks digital afterlife fears. Here's what can happen to your Facebook or Instagram account after you lie. Meanwhile in Japan. This is a meme from 2026. You can't understand it yet. Ubisoft when a game that deviates from the norm does well. What can I say except delete this? Posting a gym pic. Expectation. OMG. Reality. Looking big king. Family. Let's take a vote. Mom. I'm the Senate. Mom. Did you take the chicken out the freezer? Me. Yes. Hangs up. Desperate times call for desperate measures. I'm at the age where I won't make eye contact with someone because they look like a talker. I don't know why men go to bars to meet women. Go to Target. The female to male ratio is 10:1 and they're already looking for things they don't need. For Christmas I want a dragon. Be realistic. I want people to accept me for who I am and not the variations I show online. What color do you want your dragon? Red. When you talk shit about a character that you didn't like and then found out that they're the main reason why the characters you loved still exists in the first place. Get off your high horse. My high horse. My parents just moved to my neighborhood after living many hours away almost my entire adult life. My dad has dropped some hints about porch beers with me and apparently just couldn't wait any longer. Ah hell, I accidentally bought too many beers again. You better come over and help me get rid of them before your mother gets home. When you catch the dude who's been sniffing your girl's boo at the dog park. Girls named Anna or Hannah on their way to use the word banana when creating their username. Joke's on you. I'm way more creative than that. Me, waking up on time. Also me, laying there until I'm late. How I feel when I fire everyone and hire only TR people so they work with the strength of men and get underpaid like women. Sponsored. 2 of 9,604. You won the ad lottery. This month you'll watch only ads so 22,709 users can enjoy YouTube without ads. Apparently a Turkish inventor built a steam-powered rotating spit approximately 200 years before the Industrial Revolution and used it to spin doner kebabs. Me trying to win the argument. A girlfriend. Me, the American political system. When people hear the word "no." Do you want to join and save 3 cents per gallon? No, I'm just getting a couple gallons. I'm late for work. Would you like a car wash today? Damn it. No, I'm just trying to get some gas real quick. Are you allergic to shellfish? The option you chose in the role-playing scenario did not lead to the outcome you wanted. Game reset. How MFs genuinely feel after saying relatable knowledge to the most surface level knowledge known to all of mankind. Some people don't remember life without the internet. In Carton 95. How the Leaning Tower of Pisa was made. Italics. Perfectionist pain. My friend asked me not to be funny in front of his girlfriend, so I acted very depressed, dull and dark in front of her whenever we were in gatherings. A few months later my friend told me that his girlfriend was attracted to me because I appeared dark, mysterious and serious. Criticizing ICE, US government, setting the VPN to Epps Island. Me when the doctor walks in and I'm opening cabinets. Gender neutral bathrooms have always been a thing, I don't know what the big deal is. Random Korean user posts monkey photo captioned angry sea woman, casually gets 70 million views, rage baits all of Southeast Asia, triggering millions of seedlings to wage an internet war against South Korea. Walked past a toddler with his mom today and as I passed he said loudly, "Who is that?" And his mom was like, "We don't know her, we don't know everyone." World War, World War II, World War III, you are here, World II War, World War Tokyo Drift, World End War, World 7, War 8. Bruh, this lady reviewed the fire department, fire station number 1, left something on the stove and it caught on fire. They showed up fast and put it out immediately, had to remove 1 star because the truck was extremely loud and woke up my neighbors, very embarrassing overall. I feel so awkward among all these bodybuilders. Good for him for showing up. I started out the same way once, only the clanking of iron drowns out mom's yelling in my head. Kids today have no idea that about 30 years ago Champion was a cheap sports brand sold on the back shelves at Kmart for around $1.99 a shirt and you got laughed at in school for wearing it. Him, what are you doing? Huh, just here in a tank top. Him, send me a pic. Her. Peru has a new president after impeaching the old one. Oh no. Anyway. Me sitting on couch all day, my quantum entangled particles. Trying to speak Danish, trying to speak while drunk. Corporate needs you to find the differences between this picture and this picture. They're the same picture. 7 years ago 21 Savage was arrested by ICE and the world found out he was British. That's Sir Savage the 21st to you. When the spider are left alone and named breaks our agreement and leaves the corner. I was 5 years old when 67 first started out, now I'm 6 years old and came back to remember my childhood. As enemies, -800, after joining the party, -5. Mick Jagger is 80, Mitch McConnell is 81. The benefits of a life of X pills and rock and roll should not be ignored. Just a reminder that 10 years ago memes used to look like this. I never see you at the club. Okay, I never see you at the Mushroom Grove. 1989. It's amazing to think what great and exciting things people will be doing with PCs in 30 years. Now, users on TikTok realizing they can just copy and paste the redacted text from EPS file PDFs to read what it says. POV. It's 4 PM at your corporate job. Your knees when you hit 30. Boomers, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, Millennials coming to fix the computer. We all got that one friend who says, "Hold on, let me move some stuff before you get in their car." We need to focus on building a time anchor right now. That's not how time travel works. We need a fixed point to travel back to so we can save our future. We can't build an anchor without knowing how the time machine works. The moment we get it right, the time travelers will be here. Go to college to secure your future. Go to college to follow your passion. Go to college to network. Realize you paid $40,000 to sit in a room watching a guy read from PowerPoint. The first thing I do when I get added to a group, mute forever. Jeff Bezos really worth $200 billion and ain't Batman or Iron Man yet. That MF a bum. It's because he is Lex Luthor. How I feel after knowing that I cannot take my job because I'm jobless. Catholics on Fat Tuesday. Catholics on Ash Wednesday. Chuck Norris after crushing Batman's head between his thighs. Yeah, I'm a Radiohead fan. We used to share content via email, which was the only way at the time. College professors in movies, welcome to my town. Forget everything you thought you knew up to this point. No one passes this class. College professors in real life. Does anyone know how to fix the projector? I can't believe people are comparing Trump to Satan. Yes, he's evil, but he's certainly not as evil as Trump. Ice-T, after the 2020 US presidential elections. When you got two pets and don't want the other one to feel unloved. We just accepted air fryers and never once questioned how air fries things. My hair when I'm at home. My hair when I need to go out. I respect your opinion. That was the stupidest shit I have ever heard. If you want to know your boyfriend's true colors, let him teach you how to drive. I said press the brake and you're driving us toward a trailer and you expect me to say, hey darling, kindly turn the steering clockwise slowly so we can both live longer. Ushi, somebody call 911. Vivzy pop when you tell her that there are other jokes way funnier than sailor talk and dirty jokes that kids make all the time. Bro, what is that? What everyone thinks Chad looks like. What he actually looks like. Me 3/4 through a bowl of frosted mini wheats when the frosting is gone. My favorite pic of us. Who is this? Sorry, wrong number. You're ugly. I have teamed up with Kid Rock to deliver two simple messages to the American people. Get active plus eat real food. My Vina just made the window shut down noise. Blind date. I'm a ghost writer. Me, trying not to look too scared. When did you lie? Me waiting for skip ad. When I thoroughly rub my hands with alcohol after a while, the random cut somewhere between my two fingers. Elon Musk is going to put Apple out of business. Did he buy it? Why do you keep yelling? I thought video games were supposed to be relaxing. Me. It's called ranked. People who use GWS earphones. People who use wired earphones. People who use neckband earphones. Skype 2004. You can even transfer files of up to 2 GB. Discord 2022. Your files are too powerful. Max file size is 8 MB. Upgrade to Discord Nitro for 100 MB file limit. When a girl tells you a joke but you're not horn. Good morning. Another day, another 5 feet squirrel trying to break into my car. If being ugly was a job, you would be discriminated against. I'm probably really late to this, but have they all put each other's coats on by accident? Your score 85%. You failed past the exam. Required score 85%. When your life so effed even gambling ain't helping. Boomers. Men today don't dress like men anymore. Boomers in the 80s. Me supporting my best friend in all her wrong decisions. My wife. Can you believe 2 co-workers were on their phones during the meeting? Me. Me watching the party that got here after ours get seated first. Nobody understands the bond between a millennial and the mediocre movie their family just happened to own on VHS when they were 12 years old. Learning about a language's grammar. Actually learning the grammar. Me, I have nothing to wear. My closet. Protecting her from all the guys that could treat her better. Boo. Again. Boo. Again. No. Prince and Rue spent years experimenting with how much power protects you. I'm a bit of a scientist myself. My first love was never a man, it was potatoes. I just love them. I could eat them breakfast, lunch and dinner. I love you potatoes. Like everyone else, Morgan was young once too. This gotta be AI. So excited I got a raise today. It was in medication dosage, but a win is a win. Every company right now, sell me this pen. It's AI powered. Year 2077. Instagram model, my Android wife. How it feels telling college I'm not going after they sent me handwritten letters and pens. They don't really care. I love saying sounds good at work and she never sounds good. National public school students in Egypt. We don't learn anything at school. International British school students. What do you mean? But we get to actually learn things at school. Everywhere I go, I see his face. I hate when people ask me, why are you so quiet? Because I am. That's how I function. I don't ask others, why do you talk so much? It's rude. Computer prices are doubling. My laptop. I have decided that I want to lie. Are you a man or a woman? Well, my dad is a man and my mom is a woman, so mixed I guess. Just remembered the time I interviewed for a job at a UPS store, and when the manager noticed I had one hand he said, we don't care, I mean Gary over there is G. My friend thinking I can be rage baited in the roast battle. Me waiting for the yapping to end. Bros going in the morgue. When there's finally someone getting arrested over the Epps files. More. I was telling my sister that I have been going to the gym recently and my nephew said you should go inside when you get there, and I don't think I'll ever recover from that. I'm gonna be real honest with you. I don't know what the F I'm doing anymore. When it's February but I still write year as 2025. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, ugh, please stop. My dad looks just like his sister, so it looks like he's arguing with the part of himself that wants to dress like a woman. In case you're wondering what marriage is like, my husband and I just fought over the fact that he wouldn't tell me where he hid the candy I asked him to hide from me. Me, smells like wrong dog in here, bro. What's wrong dog? Me. Got any fatherly advice for me? If a person loves you, it will be obvious. If they don't, they will leave you confused. Stop interpreting mixed signals because you're only getting more of them. Me on my phone at 2 AM knowing I have to be up by 6 AM. There is absolutely no legal or authorized reason for Jared Kushner to be involved in our politics. Me realizing that if it wasn't for American media I wouldn't know about the existence of ice cream trucks and trick-or-treating. POV. You used POV wrong. Laughing. When God offers you $1 billion but you have to rewatch your entire life with your family. Studying physics to be a physicist. Studying physics to show off. Studying physics to understand physics memes. My grieving family finally finding peace. My Meta AI account posting a 2012 Doge meme from beyond the grave. Unfortunately, I do enjoy the downfall of people who did me wrong. Please do not swim. There isn't an animation for it. Developer. Actual lemons. Lemon juice in a plastic bottle. Just listen for 5 seconds, and you will fall asleep immediately. I'm at second 4, I'm so X. How I feel when my friend tells the waiter what I'll be having. 66, 67 and 69 become memes. 68. Bulls chasing red flags, me choosing girlfriends. My opponent, me beating them in a game, my IP being leaked. Find the value of X, 80% less since Musk bought it. Japan in 1960s, rest of Asia in 1960s. What people think Jesus looked like, what Jesus actually looked like. What do you hate the most? Humans. Welcome aboard, human resources. Life has suddenly gone to shit. Yeah, but everything works out eventually, right? Right. This is the universal symbol that a bot is about to spread propaganda. Driving by wrecked car. Actually witnessing the wreck right in front of you. I couldn't go outside for 6 years after my boyfriend lied, finally out of jail. Actually can't process this, and looks like the Ice Age baby grown up. Earth will lose gravity for 7 seconds in August 12, 2026. Astrophysicists say, what the F no, why would that happen? The dinner I ate an hour ago, me, a snack that turns into a second dinner. Courtney Love looking for Kurt Cobain's chiller after discovering her husband Seth has been labeled as a homie, wanted maniac. There's only one class left but it happens to be the coolest one of all, curling. Napoleon hated small talk and was known to walk away mid-conversation if he got bored. Bee names: Honey Bee, Carpenter Bee, Bumblebee, Mason Bee, Chad Wasp names: Ladder Hornet, Executioner Wasp, Cicada Chiller, Tarantula Hawk. My parents had a TV like this, I remember because I was the remote. Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, formerly Prince, on his way to celebrate his birthday, getting arrested by the British police. Ends be like, bruh, you gon' eat this. I once loved the flower so much I forgot to water my own. My uncle with 3 felonies has been pretty sad lately, so I remodeled his room so he can feel at home again. Me and my sibling saying that's you when an ugly character comes on the TV. The most minor inconvenience occurs, me, a hedgehog screaming at the ground. That one console from my childhood survived all these years and that can still read correctly all the games. I didn't hear no bell. Every 6 months I realize how dumb I was 6 months ago. How it genuinely feels to look at the graffiti on the bathroom stalls while you're taking a dump. Manager appreciates me for coming early to the office every day, me who actually comes early just to use the office washroom. Reasons why I'm polite to waiters, because I realize they're human beings trying to make a living, not my servants. How the genie looks at me when for my last wish I tell him to change pi to a full number. I'm running on 6 hours of sleep, spite and back problems. You can't F me, I'm already led. What happened to our color man? Lost it around 2010s. Everything is so grey now. Uganda still being stereotyped as a poor African country even though their currency value rose to be slightly higher than Dubai's. Social media platforms algorithm flooding your feed with random videos because they think you liked the video you watched for 1.5 seconds. Word on the streets is that you like watching horses get manicured. Studio lawyers tell him not to talk about some stuff. Talks about stuff anyway. We really should make oldest kid in the family day where we all celebrate the oldest kids and thank them for taking one for the team and letting their parents use them as guinea pigs when it comes to parenting. You're the real MVPs. After 27 selfies I realized that the beauty of the soul is more important. Travel to 1787 and amend the constitution. Maybe if millennials spent less on brunch and more on particle physics research they could travel to 1974 and afford a house. Just a thought. America, the rest of the world prosecuting and arresting ex-listers. Ronald McDonald removed the McRib from the menu so he can luck his own D. Me sneaking into the kitchen with no pants on at 2:24 AM to eat shredded cheese. Look at those huge melons. Sometimes I stare at my husband when he isn't looking and I think to myself, wow, he is one lucky son of a bee. I didn't eat anything. The Oscars Best Actor. Taylor Swift held a contest to perform at any US high school but online trolls took over and voted for a school for the deaf. So you see, that's where the trouble began. That smile. That damned smile. My dog ate my homework. A car ate my homework. A cat ate my homework. A plane fell into our house, exploded, then 10 cars and 2 trains and 5 buses ran into me, and sadly my homework got nuked about 23 times from North Korea while I was in a coma for about 2 hours. Then my homework got eaten by my dad cause he was hungry. Me trying to eat my food. A random little girl staring at me for no reason. 2022. Bro, there's this site called ChatGPT. I use it to write my essays. 2026. That one molecule of serotonin trying to keep me going throughout the day. When you accidentally break your favorite coffee mug, ain't no shame in holding on to grief, as long as you make room for other mugs too. Food drops me, picks it up in 4.98 seconds. Bacteria. Did you lock the car? Money to buy the dip. $1 million goal. My entire life savings is in cryptocurrency and I bought Bitcoin at the top and now I'm broke living in my parents' basement. The FBI after revealing the world is run by a PE corporate elite. To-do list. Nothing. How I sleep after reporting someone for the same shit I once got banged for and seeing they got banned. When you're trash but you're still better than everyone else. Me sleeping peacefully. Charlie Horse. When the exam is so hard you look outside and think how lucky birds are. By December 2020 only 1.73% of PCs in the USA were using Linux. That is less than 2 people out of 100. But in December 2025 the figure was 5.24%. 5 out of every 100 people, more than double. Me trying to figure out how a tiger that is orange and black is camouflaged in a green jungle. Character in 90s sitcom. Hey, the other character. Hi, the people in the laugh track. My doctor just told me I was borderline overweight and to eat more vegetables, so while we are looking out for each other I told her her hair is dry and brittle and to use a moisturizing conditioner. For a good time call 5550917. Wow, first the water park and now this. You weren't kidding, this is a good time. Did you know you're the first person to call? People who still believe all animations are for kids. Animation fans. Animation is not a genre for kids. Animation is cinema. Guillermo del Toro. Actor refuses to lose weight even while getting paid millions to be on biggest show on TV. Writing team has to constantly come up with side plots to explain how a guy can remain fat on a deserted island. Lol. Find a cute girl who likes the same thing as you. She is 17. Other word underage. My girlfriend takes more than 10 minutes to reply to my message. Me, in this relationship I'm the only one putting in any effort. Introverts. Me pretending to be a streamer and talking to my imaginary audience. I miss the days when you meant you were the low tier of a supervillain crime gang. Always making the first move can be exhausting, but it's like if I don't do it then it's not getting done, which also isn't fun. Doctor says in 10 years time humans will be able to live and work till the age of 120. I don't want to do that. Me after a rough day at work. Funny friend getting hurt. Friend group observing the dare they gave to the funny friend. How dudes with no military experience feel setting their phone to 24-hour time. In America counting to 24 is a rare skill only taught to elite special forces operatives. People enjoying a river tour in Chicago on August 8, 2004. A Dave Matthews Bang tour bus dumping 800 pounds of human waste off a bridge. The couple we failed to protect. If your children attend a public school, you fail as a parent. Looking at your grammar, your parents failed you. That's your parents failed you. Me watching the Discord HID go from not helping to security risk to a US operation to categorize people in under a month. DC fans, Marvel fans, the strongest D-Rider of today versus the strongest D-Rider in history. When my parents take my phone away, so now I gotta text her on my fridge. Bro, how are you recording? Another fridge. POV. You ask me what you been up to, but I go off script and give you an honest answer. I don't have anything anymore. All I do is sit and look at my phone and think of all the terrible things that I have done, and then I go to work and then I drink. When people do everything in their power to make their lives worse and keep ignoring the advice you give them, damn, that's crazy. Men, don't trust women with makeup, that she be a disguise. Men. Punch 2026, Punch 2030. Look how they massacred my boy, just look. When you remember you left a hard drive with lots of stuff on it at the house the police are currently searching. No swimming. Sending this post to someone. It looks better when you share it. No, I don't think I will. In the interest of maintaining karmic balance as the Catholics go into Lent, I will be hitting full throttle on the hedonism. Gonna incorporate new and exciting vices for the next 40 days. Squaresoft. This one sparks joy. Square Enix. This one does not spark joy. Everybody making jokes, but we lucky the Swiss never entered the world wars. After 6 weeks, $140 in supplies and daily watering, we are only 3 to 4 weeks away from enjoying a single 25-cent vegetable from our garden. When someone tells a lie but you can't expose them without exposing your own lie. What you got there? Trump vows $10 billion contribution to his own board of peace. Alien files. Me. Pills. That 18-year-old bottle of scotch in my bedside table. Me setting 4 alarms 10 minutes apart like I'm negotiating with myself instead of just going to bed earlier. Hey, do atheists go to hell? No. How about people who watch videos or make calls in public transport with their volume all the way up? Straight to hell. To the boiler room of hell. All the way down. Good. That makes me happy. The taste of grapes. The taste of anything made from grapes. Coolest part about starting a new job is the immunity to disease you get for 3 months till you get sick days. Pluto. Are you saying I'm not big enough to be a planet anymore? Scientists in 2006. Nope, sorry. Well, I was big enough for your mom. Nice tools, Simpson. Did your cow make them for you? Of course she did. Who else would? If having X for money makes you a low, does having X for free make you a non-profit organization? Damn, I'm so handsome. What the F is this? What are some examples of quality slop? Movies people only like because they are good. What? Them. You have zero communication skills. Me. What I grew up watching. Me. I like it rough. Him taking things too far. My face when I randomly remember NFTs and the thousands of people paid for them. Trump recently stated he is less inclined to declassify apps files as there's a lot of phony stuff in the documents that could affect people's lives. What an odd thing to say. Capture be like, find a car in this image. Now release the alien files instead of apps files. Justin. Trump orders release of classified files on aliens and UFOs. Me. Click on power button or main headphones buttons. Phone. My phone until 2025. Does useful things like switching off phone, pause music and accept calls. My phone after 2025 for no effing reason. Opens a stupid AI no one asked for. I'm the good guy, just believe me. What's really the truth here? I claim to only want what's best for people. Truth is you will only tolerate those who agree with you. News channel. UFO whistleblower recovered non-human biologics. The rest of us. Impressive. Very nice. Now let's see Jeff Epps' client list. When someone asks me about directions in the city I lived my whole life. When your boss walks in on you sitting bare on the copy machine. Me not eating any snacks during ads and saving all my enjoyment for the show I'm watching. Well, now I'm not doing it. Me dumping a load of freshly washed but unfolded laundry on my bed. Boy, I'm sure gonna be pied about this when I want to go to bed. Me playing video game at 4 AM. Mom enters my room. Girls are like, I know a spot, then they take you to one of the lowest effing points of your life. My girlfriend just asked me why I still pay rent for my apartment when I spend every night at her place, so now I have to come up with an answer that somehow doesn't include the phrase breakup insurance. Every time you feel stupid, remember Kim Kardashian playing poker in reflective sunglasses. Me, we really need to be better about a language around the kids. Husband, why? 3-year-old snuggles down on the couch with a blanket, whispers, this is cozy as F. Husband, I see. Me seeing a politician get arrested and then released hours later, again with this she. DiCaprio's under 25 pattern, before Epps Files, after Epps Files. Me leaving my house at 9 AM hoping that I make it to work by 8 AM. Do not use us as a distraction. Do you plan to probe us and take over the world? We have no interest. After what we have seen, we want nothing to do with your planet. Hold up. Release the files. Corporations. Now that tariffs were ruled illegal, pricing should reflect how things were pre-tariffs. Right. Oh hell nah, not my son. When you thought you would feel validated by seeing all your conspiracy theories come true, but you're actually pretty effing terrified for the future of humanity. He asked why I stopped hanging out with him. First date and she wears this, pick a Dolph. How schools work, examples, classwork, homework, assignments, final exam. When I sleep, 3 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours. When you're listening to a song and it turns out to be the song you've been looking for but never knew the name of it. How people in medication commercials be like when they list over 100 fatal side effects. When you're barely over 21 and the clerk doesn't ID you for the bourbon. Me picking the lossless option in my music app knowing damn well I won't be able to tell a difference with my $50 buds. If I have to pay $7.99 to rent a 30-year-old movie off Amazon when I have a Prime subscription, then we should just reopen Blockbuster. I would rather have their employees judge my life choices. High Dive. Crunchyroll. Born to hate people, somehow ended up in customer service. I ordered a hat online, it arrives. Open the box. Imperial officer, sweet, a cool hat. Hey, do atheists go to hell? No, how about, straight to hell, to the boiler room of hell, all the way down. Good, that makes me happy. Watching the US government bring out aliens just to distract from the Epps files. Based on the tremendous interest shown, I will be directing the Secretary of War and other relevant departments and agencies to begin the process of identifying and releasing government files related to alien and extraterrestrial life, unidentified aerial phenomena, UAP, and unidentified flying objects, UFOs, and any and all other information connected to these highly complex but extremely interesting and important matters. God bless America. Get pregnant, you'll find out who your real friends are. I promise you that. I just feel like there are steps you can probably take before this one. When you ask an AI bro their name but ChatGPT is down. Largest government corruption scandal in US history. Every US news outlet. Old rich white lady. Nobody is born cool, except of course, people that comment the lyrics under songs in YouTube. Everywhere I go, I see his face. When you know absolutely nothing about the company but still go for the interview. Therapist. And what do we say when life disappoints us? Me, called it. Therapist. No. The global debt trap bubble. People, what could be worse? USA. Oh, I know. AI tech bubble. What about this? Did you know 1 in 3 people are ugly? I'm not ugly, me neither. Must be 1 in 4. Luigi, you are effing ugly. The alien files Trump plans to release. I just realized there is no real reason the alphabet has to be in order. There was less obesity years ago because people were healthier and more active. People years ago. Oh man, I wish there was a way to eat something when I'm trying to look tough while trying not to cringe at myself. Me before visiting grandma. Me after visiting grandma. Andrew Windsor got arrested. Released in 11 hours. The teacher telling me to stop clicking my pen. Me that have to click it one more time to close it. Me waking up then realizing my teddy spent the night on the floor. Fixing my sleep schedule. Ruining tomorrow so I can enjoy tonight. When you realize $1,500 per month in rent is $90,000 in 5 years. How I used to think God looked over everyone in the world when I was younger. Monitoring miles per gallon. Monitoring distance till empty. Being broke and can't afford fuel. Remember wearing a windsuit to school in the 90s and it absolutely destroying your stealth when playing thumbs up 7-Up. So I'm pumping gas and all I hear is goddamn. Then another man says yeah man I said the same thing. And I'm acting like I don't hear neither one. Gas $4 a gallon and you think they were talking about you. Do you fufu to your hot food or do you just to chew it fastly? The face when you realize Trump respects turkeys more than women. Am I allowed to touch it? I bet he's thinking of other women. I wonder if Punch made any new friends today. When they say you're cute but not my type. Taken 1974. Someone's hot grandma. Facts don't care about your feelings ms. Facts that don't align with their feelings. I'll ignore that. If you're left-brained you see an eagle, if you're right-brained you see a tortoise. What do you see? Sleep 8 hours. Sleep 6 hours. Wake up. Sleep for 2 hours. People before they board a plane. After they land. Apparently if you can see a tree you're left-brained and if you can see 2 people holding hands you're right-brained. Okay, but what if I see an ostrich and Snoop Dogg? When someone tries to give me advice about their birth year starts with a 2. It's unbelievable how much work goes into having a mid-physique and relatively clean house. It's afraid. Damn, I would hate to pie off the bird that lost that feather. How to be a dog. Step 1. Make someone love you. Step 2. Spend your whole life finding creative ways to yourself. I think you should know I ate some batteries earlier. Dim 9. We need to get me a deodorant. Me. Really, why? Dim. My teacher said this is the year we all start to smell like she. According to my wife, just F me up as an inappropriate response to the Olive Garden waiter asking me how much cheese I would like. If your man cheats on you, don't post all men are cheaters. Post Jack 26 years old who lives at apartment 496917 Southwest Street is a cheater. We other men are good. Me after a therapy worthy life event. Chuckles. Showbiz. How I feel wearing the same jeans for almost every outfit. My brother saved his Capri Sun for later. What the F? Who the F can't finish a Capri Sun? What's the most illegal thing you can do with $1? Change it to 100 pennies, put them into a sock and beat someone to death with it. My Stone Age ancestors who fought off wolves to survive watching me fail to open the pickle jar. Mentally I'm still 25, humor wise I'm 13, but physically I'm pretty sure I fought in the Civil War. People on the internet when they realize Punch the abandoned monkey is actually AI. Nobody. Parents checking their kid's diaper. When your character appears in a cutscene. 5-year-old. I don't wanna go to school. Me. Well, I don't wanna go to work but we have to buddy. 5-year-old. Or we could both stay home and play video games. Me. That makes sense. When you stay with a houseful. Do not eat my food, I rubbed my puts on these. Bro, you're fine. You just need an impossible sequence of events to play out in perfect order against all odds and you'll be fine. When all the aliens living among us finally reveal themselves. My son texted me this morning and told me he had left his laptop behind. I replied to bad, learn some responsibility, and then we laughed and I got into the car and dropped it off at the school for him. When you really want to reply to someone but you know it's rage bait. Reading news, scrolling memes. Talking about climate change, every politician. Is this a localized British internal matter? When you see that everything is becoming a subscription now. Punch the monkey when he gets older. Rockstar Games. Hi everyone. My biggest fear is a chiller saying some funny shit while I'm playing LED. Do I need to turn off lights? No Patrick, lights don't affect 90% of people with epilepsy. No Patrick, you don't put anything in my mouth either. Spend $20 for a ROM. Emulate the game for free. People thinking I keep their secret, me who has a short memory. I raise, I call, I fold. Leonardo DiCaprio rescued a man from drowning after hearing a distress call while on his yacht. Imagine drowning in the middle of the ocean with no hope and Leo DiCaprio saves you out of nowhere, LMAO. Looks like the tariffs are gone. So you're going to lower prices, right? You're going to lower prices, right? Keep going, little one. You must stay strong. Oops, I think I dropped something in there. Nah, it's fine. We'll find it later. The nurses and the patient being operated on. Financial crisis is artificial and intentional, but you can't just prove it. Men made plane. Men made car. Men made ship. Women made what? You unfortunately. Oscar nominations. Sinners and One Battle After Another. Other films. 2021. I have a 4x8 sheet of 5x8 inch thick plywood, willing to trade for a 2018 to 2020 Corvette convertible with less than 10,000 miles and clean title. No lowballers, I know what I have. 2026. I have 8 sticks of 16GB Kingston RAM, willing to trade for a 2024 to 2026 Corvette convertible with less than 10,000 miles and clean title. No lowballers, I know what I have. Your bowl is still pretty full, is it though? POV, you don't have to do your taxes anymore. Dad, son, why do you have red eyes? Son, Dad, don't lie, you cried again, you ginger trash. The woman allegedly broke into the home, pet the family dog, did the dishes, then left. Is she available tomorrow? Here's to fully self-driving cars, only 2 years away, since 2014. The royal family are said to be devastated after Prince Andrew's car crash next Wednesday. The lion does not look down when climbing the stairs. Using AI to write a boring work email, the AI starts adding "I know what you did" in the hidden metadata. Your smart fridge locks itself until you watch a 30-second ad for the funeral home it just sold your health data to. You don't seem autistic. Stick me in a group situation and watch for like 4 minutes. Early humans. Wolves, why are you running? When I hear people start cheering and celebrating that Prince Andrew might name people, there's not going to be any arrest, you stupid slut. Applying for a job, being in love, I hope they choose me this time. Bluepoint, Sony is shutting us down. Firewalk, Japan studio, first time. Snake after biting my office management. Santa. End capitalism. 2019. 2026. Epic Games thanking me for my purchase. Me who just claimed my 200th free game. Hank, don't search the scientific name of the black hellebore, Hank. Purchase game on Steam, download game. You have a Mac, lol, you can't play it. You have a Mac, lol, you can't play it. Bubbles can hold chopsticks with no hands and you can't even hold your life together. Ozempic is just Bitcoin for girls. Change my mind. Use your own words, do not copy from the textbook. He lied in 1978. Me. 1978 was when he lied. Someone failed the test but I won't tell who. How the teacher stares at me. When your fast food order was a little too fast.
Spare change. Spare change, ma'am.